UK Driving Update 2026, New rules every driver over 70 must know. What if one quiet rule change in 2026 could decide whether you're still allowed to drive after 70 even if you've been driving safely your entire life? These upcoming UK driving updates aren't about age alone, but they will affect every older driver who wants to stay on the road without surprises. For millions of drivers over 70, getting behind the wheel is about far more than transport. It's about freedom, independence, and staying connected to everyday life. But with new UK driving updates expected by 2026, the rules are slowly shifting, and many drivers don't yet realise how these changes could affect them. This isn't about taking licenses away overnight. It's about understanding what's coming, why it matters, and how being prepared now can protect your right to drive later. The UK already requires drivers over 70 to renew their licence every 3 years, confirming that they are medically fit to drive. But discussions around 2026 suggest tighter oversight and clearer expectations. Not necessarily harsher rules, but more structured ones. The focus is shifting toward early identification of risk, rather than reacting after something goes wrong. One of the biggest talking points is medical transparency. As people age, conditions like reduced vision, slower reaction times, or cognitive changes can develop gradually. Many drivers adapt naturally without realizing it, driving shorter distances, avoiding night driving, or sticking to familiar routes. New updates aim to reflect these realities by placing greater emphasis on honest self-reporting and clearer medical guidance from doctors. Another area under review is eyesight standards. Vision is already a legal requirement for driving, but enforcement largely depends on self-checks. Future updates are expected to encourage more regular vision testing for older drivers, especially when renewing licenses. This doesn't mean automatic bans, it means ensuring drivers have the correct prescriptions and visual clarity to stay safe on modern, faster roads. Technology is also playing a major role. Cars today are very different from the vehicles many over 70 drivers first learned in. Touchscreens, driver assist systems, digital dashboards, and electric vehicle controls can be confusing or distracting. There's growing recognition that familiarity with new vehicle technology is becoming just as important as physical ability. By 2026, guidance around refresher courses or voluntary assessments may become more prominent, not as a test to fail, but as support to stay confident behind the wheel. Then there's the issue of accountability. Families often worry but don't know how to raise concerns. Doctors hesitate due to confidentiality. Authorities struggle to balance safety with independence. Updated rules aim to clarify these grey areas, making it easier for concerns to be addressed early, respectfully, and fairly before a serious incident occurs. It's also important to address a common myth that age alone makes someone an unsafe driver. Statistics consistently show that experience often balances out slower reactions. Many drivers over 70 are cautious, patient, and risk-aware. The goal of updated rules is not to remove these drivers from the road, but to support those who can continue driving safely while identifying those who may need adjustments or alternatives. Planning is another key theme. The reality is that everyone reaches a point where driving becomes harder. New guidance encourages thinking ahead, exploring local transport options, community travel schemes, or family support before driving becomes stressful. This isn't about giving up independence, it's about protecting it for as long as possible. What should drivers over 70 do now? Stay informed, keep medical records up to date, have regular eye tests, and be honest with yourself about how driving feels. If certain situations feel overwhelming, busy junctions, night driving, motorways, that's information, not failure. Adjusting habits can extend safe driving for years. The biggest mistake is assuming these updates don't matter until the last minute. Rules don't suddenly change overnight, they evolve. Those who prepare early experience less stress, fewer surprises, and more control over their choices. By 2026, driving over 70 in the UK won't be about proving you're still capable. It will be about showing you're aware, responsible, and willing to adapt. The road isn't closing, but it is changing direction. Driving in your 70s and beyond doesn't have to mean uncertainty or stress. The upcoming changes are designed to encourage awareness, honesty, and safer journeys, not to punish experience. By staying informed, checking your health and vision, and adapting when needed, you keep control of your choices. Because the real goal isn't to stop driving, it's to keep you driving safely, confidently, and on your own terms for as long as possible.